Hi everyone, welcome to day 39 of Watching Me Learn Spanish. If you've been following along this week, you know that I am fighting a virus, so I decided to limit the amount of studying that I do to just a few tracks of language transfer, and the goal is to finish language transfer by the end of this week. It's Wednesday. I'll do a few tracks today. I should finish up by Saturday easily. So let's get right into it.
How would you say, I don't want the door to close on me? So,
No quiero me cierre la puerta.
what was to close?
No quiero.
Cerrar.
And the door?
La puerta.
La puerta, which is
Oh, so there was a way to make it seem on me. I forget.
related to port. Of course, you stress down on the O of port, and you get puerto. Puerto is port. And you change the O to an A, and you get puerta, door. So I don't want the door to close on me.
No quiero la puerta. Oh, I don't want that the door closes on me.
Exactly.
No quiero que
No quiero que
me
la puerta se
puerta.
me cierre.
Very good. After
Oh yeah, se me cierre. Se me cierre la puerta.
the quiero que, no quiero que, we're using the mood tense. No quiero que la puerta se me cierre. Or no quiero que se me cierre la puerta. Good. How do you say again or another time?
Otra vez.
Good. I don't want the door to close on me again.
No quiero que se me cierra la puerta otra vez.
No quiero que la puerta se me cierre otra vez.
Good. No quiero que la puerta se me cierre otra vez.
Se me
What was
cierre
the verb
otra
to
vez.
return or to come back? And it's related to
Volver.
revolve.
Volver.
Volver.
Volver. Good. Volver. Instead of saying otra vez, another way of saying again in Spanish is to use volver. So, for example, it closes again, we can say vuelve a cerrarse. It returns to close. Why do we have a here? Vuelve a cerrarse.
Vuelve a cerrar.
Because it's a verb of movement.
Good. So how would you say, I don't want the door to close again with volver? How would it be?
No quiero que vuelve a cerrarse la puerta.
So let's take it from the beginning. I don't want that.
No quiero que
The door returns.
la puerta vuelva
Very good. To close itself.
a cerrarse.
Good. No quiero que la puerta vuelva a cerrarse. O no quiero que vuelva a cerrarse la puerta. So volver a can be used like again, and it's very common in Spanish. You might hear it around. So if you say, I don't want it to happen again, for to happen, you can use to pass. What was to pass?
Pasar.
Or if you don't remember, you can make a guess here.
Pasar.
Pasar, or occur, ocurrir. You can use that as well for happen. Suceder, succession, suceder. All of these mean to happen. Pasar is probably easier and easier to remember. So I don't want it to happen again. I don't want it to return to happen.
No quiero que vuelve. No quiero que vuelva a pasar. No quiero que vuelva a pasar.
No quiero que vuelva a pasar.
Good. No quiero que vuelva a pasar. Good. So we saw that we have the mood tense with which we are switching the vowel. So we go from vuelve to vuelva to get the mood tense. Or we have cerrar and we go from cierra to cierre to get the mood tense. We only have mood tense in the present and in the past. It doesn't exist in the futures. It used to, and there are a couple of words left behind in fixed expressions that still have this form. But for all intents and purposes, it doesn't exist anymore in Spanish, the future mood tense. We have the present, which we've practiced and have a very good hold on, and the past mood tense. Now, the past mood tense is very easy to build. We will always build it going from the they form of the point in the past. And now that I've mentioned the point in the past, I should also mention that the mood tense for the past is the same for the line and the point. There are not two different ones. It counts for both. And we build it going from the point in the past for they. So, for example, if we take a verb like to speak, hablar, and they spoke.
Is it hablaron?
Yes, hablaron. So that's the first step to find the mood tense for the past, is to go to the they form for the point in the past, hablaron. So you find hablaron and you change that last o to an a. And what do you get?
Hablaran.
Hablaran. And that is your mood tense for they in the past. Now from that we can work backwards to find on. So you find hablaron and you change that last o to an a. And what do you get?
Hablaran.
Hablaran. And that is your mood tense for they in the past. Now from that we can work backwards to find the I, he, she, it, you formal version. If we work backwards from hablaran, what would we do to work backwards from hablaran? What would we get rid of?
The N. Hablara.
Hablara. And then we can make the you informal version.
Hablaras.
Good. And we, and the accent won't move.
Habláramos.
Habláramos. Good, so that's your set. We can do the same now with comer. What was they ate, the point in the past?
Comieron.
Comieron. Good. So now give me the mood tense version of they ate.
Comieran.
Comieran. Good. And I ate, he, she, it, you formulate.
Comiera.
Good. We.
Comiéramos.
Comiéramos. And you informal.
Comieras.
Comieras. So this is how we form our mood tense in the past. We want to go from the they form. So we use this pretty much in the same kind of situations that we use the present mood tense, just in the past, with a couple of situations that are specifically for past. So for example, where quiero que necessitates the mood tense in the present, quería que, I wanted that, will necessitate the mood tense in the past. What is I wanted using the line in the past?
Quería.
So now you could say something like, I wanted them to eat with us. I wanted that they ate with us, and that they ate, of course, will be in the mood tense.
Quiera que comieran. Quiero que comieran con nosotros.
I wanted that they ate with us.
Quería que comieran con nosotros.
Good. Quería que comieran con nosotros. And as we said, point in the past, line in the past, when it comes to the mood tense, it's the same. I was hoping that he would call me. I was hoping.
Esperaba que.
Because it's esperaba que me llamara.
That he would call me. So I was hoping that. We don't say would. We use the past mood tense again. I was hoping that he called me.
Esperaba que me llamara.
Good. Esperaba que me llamara. So whilst in English we would say, I was hoping that he would call me, in Spanish I was hoping that he called me, and we use the past mood tense. Esperaba que me llamara. Good. What was to need or to necessitate?
Necesitar.
Good. Necesitar. How would you say we needed, using the line in the past? We needed, we were needing.
Necesitábamos.
Necesitábamos.
Good. Necesitábamos. How would you say we needed to speak with him? We needed to speak with him.
Necesitábamos hablar con él.
Necesitábamos que
Why que? We needed to speak
Hablar
necesitábamos hablar
with him.
con él.
con él.
Good. So here we don't need the mood tense. Necesitábamos hablar con él. We needed to speak with him. But if you were to say, we needed that he speak with us, we needed that he spoke with us, then this que is what most of the time in Spanish is alerting you that maybe you want to use the mood tense. So we needed that he speak with us. How
Necesitábamos que hablara con nosotros.
is that?
Necesitábamos que hablara con nosotros.
Very good. Necesitábamos que hablara con nosotros. Very good. What was to return? And we said that we can also use this verb like again.
Volver.
Volver. So if I wanted to say I called you again, I could just say I returned to call you. It's got nothing
Vuelvo a llamarte.
to do with actually returning. It's just a way of saying again. So what is I returned from to return from volver?
Volver. Volvía.
Volva.
Go back to comer.
Volví.
Good. So I called you again, speaking in
Volví. Oh yeah. Volví a llamarte.
informally.
Volví a llamarte.
Good. Volví a llamarte to organize, in order to organize.
¿Para qué organizar?
Para organizar.
Good. So altogether, I called you again in order to organize, speaking informally.
Volví a llamarte para organizar.
Good. Volví a llamarte para organizar. So, if we have para organizar, we don't need to worry about the mood tense. And we can sometimes adjust our sentence, putting two forms, so that we can avoid finding the mood tense. So you could say something like volví a llamarte para organizar. Volví a llamarte para organizar. I called you again in order to organize. And then you don't need the mood tense. But if you were to say, I called you again so that, in order that we organized, then there you would have to use the mood tense. So how would that be? I called you again, informally still.
Volví a llamarte
So that
para que
we organized. So it's the mood tense now in the past.
organizaron, organizáramos.
Very good. Very good. So you have to take a trip through to find it. And it's quite time-consuming at the beginning, but once you start practicing this past mood tense, of course it becomes much quicker to find these different forms. Volví a llamarte para que organizáramos. And like I said, you can even avoid the use of the mood tense just by saying volví a llamarte para organizar in a structure like this one, for example. So we're seeing that there are similar structures to the structures we practiced the mood tense in the present with, just in the past. We also said that when we use ser or estar with an adjective plus que, so for example, es relevante que, it's relevant that, está bien que, it's okay that, we will follow this up with the mood tense. So, how would you say, for example, it's not very relevant that they found it. It's not very...
No es muy relevante que find, encontrar, encontraron, encontrarán. No es muy relevante que lo encontrarán.
Very relevant that they found it, for example. So how is it's not very relevant?
No es muy relevante
Good, that they found it.
que encontraron, encontraran, lo encontraran.
Good. No es muy relevante que lo encontraran. So here we're not starting with the past, are we? No es muy relevante. That's the present. But after que we refer back to the past, so we can use the past mood tense. In the same way, we could use the present mood tense. We could say it's not very relevant that they find it, that they might find it, using the present mood tense. So how would that sound?
No es muy relevante
No es muy relevante que lo encontrarán. Lo encontrar. No, lo encontran. Lo encontren. No es muy relevante que lo encuentren.
relevante que lo encuentren.
Good. No es muy relevante que lo encuentren. Good. How would you say it wasn't very relevant? Now, the line, we can use the line in the past here, from ser, is irregular. But we can remember the word era in English to remember this line in the past from ser, because a line in the past is an era. And if we pronounce era as if it was Spanish, we get
Era.
era. And that's the line in the past from ser. So how would you say it was very relevant?
Era muy
Era
relevante.
muy relevante.
Good. It was very relevant that they found it. It was very relevant that they found it.
Era muy relevante que lo encuentren. Encontrarán.
Era muy relevante que lo encontraran.
Good.
Encontrarán.
So we want to identify the structures that allow us to use the mood tense, other than to use the mood tense correctly, to also avoid it sometimes. No? So imagine you're having a conversation and you just want to get the meaning across and the point across, and maybe you don't want to worry in that moment about finding the mood tense. You just have something you need to say, and you will worry about it later, how it would be with the mood tense. So we can play around with the structure as we did, for example, with volví a llamarte para organizar. I called you again to organize instead of volví a llamarte para que organizáramos. I called you again so that we organized. Like we did there, we can play around a little bit with the structure to avoid using the mood tense. So for example, instead of saying es importante que, we could also say the important thing is that. Importante, which would be a literal translation of the important thing. How can we make that structure using lo?
To say lo importante?
Yes. Lo importante. Good. So we said that instead of saying literally the important thing, lo increíble, the incredible thing, lo espectacular, the spectacular thing. Es que, and then after that, es que you don't need any mood tense. So, incredible is increíble, slightly different in Spanish than in English. We don't have the D. And we can actually see where incredible comes from. To believe in Spanish was creer, and creíble would be believable, and increíble is unbelievable. So, incredible actually means unbelievable. Increíble.
Increíble.
So first, if we say it's incredible that, then we will want the mood tense. So, it's incredible that they come back, that they return. What was to return?
Lo increíble que return, volverán.
Turn?
Volver.
Volver, good. So it's incredible that they return, that they come back.
Es increíble que vuelvan.
Good. Es increíble que vuelvan. But if you wanted to avoid going through that, you could just say the incredible thing is that they come back. And then you don't need the mood tense. So the incredible thing
Lo increíble
Lo increíble
is that they return.
es que
es que vuelven.
Good. Lo increíble es que vuelven.
lo
The incredible thing is that they come back. How would you say the incredible thing is that they do it again? And we will use this structure with volver to say again. So,
Lo increíble es que vuelven a hacerlo.
the incredible thing is that they return to do it. What was to do or to make?
Vuelven a hacerlo.
Hacer.
Good. The incredible thing is that they do it again. The incredible thing is that they return to do it.
Lo increíble es que vuelven a hacerlo.
Very good. Lo increíble es que vuelven a hacerlo. The incredible thing is that they do it again. But what if you were to say, it is incredible that they do it again?
Es increíble que vuelvan a hacerlo.
Es increíble que vuelvan a hacerlo.
Very good. Es increíble que vuelvan a hacerlo. And how would you say? It's incredible that they did it again. It's incredible that they returned to do.
Es increíble que volví a hacerlo.
Do it.
Es increíble que
Volvieron
volvieran a hacerlo.
Good. Es increíble que volvieran a hacerlo. Very good. Well done.
Okay, done for today. Still sick and just trying to get through language transfer and keep some progress on these down days. So thanks